Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for episode 6 of season 2 of the What If series from Marvel Studios. What if Kahhori reshaped the world? Now, this is a whole new, brand new character to the MCU, to Marvel Comics. This is not a comic book. This is not a comic book character. This is a completely new character just for this series, and I really hope that we get to see more of her in the future. Now, in this episode, a Mohawk woman ventures into the waters of the Forbidden Lake to help save her people. Now, this is a very fun story. First of all, visually, it is amazing to look at. Like this, and as I mentioned before, we will go into spoilers for these, so make sure to go watch the episode before coming to check this out. But yes, amazing visuals, really cool storytelling, really efficient world building for these people that are living together. They have their own way of life, and of course, we get to see somebody explore. There's a really interesting prologue. I guess, yeah, it's a prologue where we see that the Tesseract in this universe was the thing that stopped Surtur from Ragnarok, and it was the only thing that survived Ragnarok falling down to Earth, falling into this forbidden lake. So it is just introducing the Tesseract as the thing that would be leading all these powers. I think it's a very, very amazing. So let's take a look at the cast real quick. We have Jeffrey Wright as the Watcher. We also have Devery Jacobs as Kahhori. We have Gabriel Romero as Conquistador Gonzalo. Carolina Ravazza as Queen Isabella of Spain. And we'll also have, this is the big spoiler too, towards the end we see Doctor Strange show up, voiced by Benedict Cumberbatch. But that's kind of an epilogue to the story, really. It doesn't have anything to do with the main story. So I really like the main story, because not only is this episode is fully either in Mohawk, which is the language spoken by Kahhori and her people, or it's spoken in Spanish, which is the language spoken by the conquistadors. The only time English is spoken is when Doctor Strange shows up at the end, which I think it's great to explore different languages, especially something from the real world, right? The Mohawk are real people. They get a There's a thing at the end where where they talk about a little, or they show like the people that helped put this episode together. Uh, you know, be respectful, but also intertwine this culture into the MCU, which I thought was really cool. So I like that a lot. I like the story of exploring how um, there could be this paradise that is formed by the Tesseract, that is falling into this lake, and all these people that have gone there, but then having to choose between staying there in this paradise or helping out your people, which is what Kahhori wants to do, because she knew that conquistadors were coming. That's kind of what led her to the lake. So it is a fan that just really fun story. Like it's really cool. I think this one and the previous one, with the Hydra Stomper, have been my favorite episodes of the series. I'll probably do a whole ranking at the end of the season, just to once we get through all of them. But you can tell that not only are we telling really fun stories in the main part of the episode, in the last few seconds we still get to build a larger story, and that has only happened in a couple of these episodes. Really, not every episode is leading to a larger story. So as I mentioned, we have some really cool visuals you've probably seen in the trailer. A lot of the blue light shining from the Tesseract powers, Kahhori, and the people that obtain this power. It's really like they can pretty much do anything. They have super speed. They can move stuff around with their minds, and they just have this advantage to fight, which is very cool. At the end of the story, which was not something that I was expecting, Kahhori and her people go all the way to Spain, and that's where we see Queen Isabella of Spain uh, be confronted by Kahhori, and just the reshaping of the world has nothing to do with her powers. As far as like she didn't, because in the comics the Tesseract has been used to like reshape how our perception of reality. But here it's more about she stood up to these to the conquistadors and to Spain, who was out colonizing the Americas, and that was her goal, to stop that. So it's a really interesting take on like what would have happened then. Maybe we'll see some more of that in the future. Maybe we'll see some of that in the comics translated over. I think that would be really cool to introduce this. It'd be really cool, kind of like Harley Quinn, to have a character that started in something animated and moved over to the comics, became very popular. So, and of course, we also have the tease at the end with Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange. Like, what is that all about? Why are these different entities and these different powerful beings recruiting people that are also powerful beings like Kahhori? So yeah, I'm very interested in that. Really cool stuff. I can't wait to see where this goes. And it just, I hope that Marvel continues to introduce brand new characters through some of this stuff, because that's what the What If series is made for. Like in the comics, that's exactly what the What If series is made for. Like to tell the stories without the constraints of all this canon and all this context that you would need. So really cool stuff. Highly enjoyed this episode. So if you have seen this one, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.